Don't worry, dear.
If you don't quickly seek to brandish him for his most wicked cheek, and find some way to stop his boast so wild, before you find your wife has been defiled, I will embrace a more pernicious fate, and will some darker end anticipate.
My dear, you need tell me nothing more. I'll go and give that wicked man what for.
Tell him. We see the way which he aspires.
Huh?
I know now full extent of his desires.
Huh.
And I would like to see how far he dares. I challenge him to take me unawares. And if that's not sufficient motivation, my ties to you are further inspiration. And lest he courts a date with some disaster, he'd better heed my urgings ever faster.
I'll pass that on.
But please make sure you do it so that he sees the strength of feeling to it.
I'll give it the full extent of your fair passion.
And when you're done with this harsh tongue lashing, please hurry back to me where you belong. I cannot bear to have you gone for long.
No girl has been so good since time began. How happy I shall be to be her man. To find a wife so aligned to my nature. Such joy I should manage to engage her. Yes, this is how a woman may best please. Not like coquettes who flirt and wink and tease. Amorous young girls across the nation subject their husbands to humiliation. Ah! Ah! Here comes the infamous Don Juan.
Again, what now?
These plots you seem to spawn.
What's that?
Now, come, don't act all that naive. You thought I'd swallow and believe. Your speeches are a hoax, a simple ruse, while yet you leave your path all strewn with clues. Thus far I haven't harped on your duplicity, but wrote it off as simple eccentricity. But now, you sink beneath the lowest low. This mark will follow everywhere you go. To plan outlandish and most vile abduction. To thou the work of my most fond instruction.
Where did you get such wild, outrageous views?
The girl herself moved quickly to accuse, and asked that I tell you for all time just who it is who stirs her so sublime. It's me. And she reviles your filthy plots, would rather die than be shamefully caught by wickedness which your brash suit now bodes, unless you end these reckless episodes.
If what you say may be considered fact, you've won her love where I have simply lacked. I see now it's all confirmed and done. I quit the field. You, sir, have simply won.
Just how loudly must she scream and shout it before you face your fate and do not doubt it? Is that you do not trust my report? Shall I bring her here to give my word support? Let us go together then, and let her say it, and then to rest we two might get late.
You bring him here? To me? What can this mean? Have you some notion nudging toward obscene? Are you now so entranced with all his merits you thrust him on me for the whole of Paris?
No, I never poured with you, my sweet. I simply brought him here that you might repeat your code rebuff, so well articulated, that he might be for once and all placated, and know that I represent these matters true, and that these sentiments come straight from you.
Must I expose my soul completely bare, ere you should realize for whom I care?
Madam, the things your patron patron had to say were unclear in the phrasing or the way. Such sentiments might not be fully frank, so ere I face this future dark and dank, I wish that you'd repeat, or else erase, things which he unfolded face to face.
Well, then it's time you started to take stock. My sentiment should hardly be a shock, and since I feel so strongly what I spoke, I'll not resist the answer you provoke. Now listen carefully. You both must hear that fate has led 2 choices to appear. While both do stimulate my fevered passion, they stir me in quite opposite a fashion. The one I love beyond all expectation, and he moves me with fervent inspiration. The other one's no lover but a scourge, and gives my gorge that elevating urge. The first one's presence is a fond delight, and lifts my spirit to its grandest height. The second pulls me downward like a weight, and earns himself the fullness of my hate. The one I plan my troth to fondly plight. The other I'd be rid of like a blight. But I have said enough. It is a pain to humor he who woos me thus in vain. My one true love must liberate me now, and foil the other with his sacred vow. I must be lifted up by happy marriage from walking death with he I do disparage.
Your wish, my dear, is command to me.
And only then shall I be truly free.
I'll make it quickly so.
I know it's crude for girls to take such forthright attitude.
Oh, no.
Yet, in this awkward situation, I can't equivocate my declaration. I will not suffer meekly as a mouse when there is one that I desire as spouse.
Oh, bless you, no, my sweetest darling dear.
Let him then make his love for me quite clear.
Oh, kiss my hand.
Let he with fevered haste, and life alone, and ever chaste. I here announce the fullness of intent. My heart is not for other ever meant.
Oh, my love, my pussycat, my darling fair. You'll not to wait much longer, that I swear. There. You see how strength of love is surging? She says all this without the slightest urging.
Madam, I cannot claim duplicity, however this might seem amiss to me. And in response to your impassioned chide, I will remove the man you can't abide.
Please do. I will extend to you my thanks. I cannot stand the sight of face nor flanks. The man is loathsome, hideous, and vile.
Oh, my dear.
Oh, should I speak in other style?
I appreciate the strength of feeling, but give the blood a moment for congealing. You hammer him with furious attack.
I'd like to know the man will not be back.
Well, I shall gladly follow your command. In 3 days, he you hate won't be at hand.
I cannot wait. Goodbye.
I empathize. But,
No, sir, do not worry. Dry your eyes. Madam is fair in her adjudication, and I'll respond with quick accommodation. Farewell.
poor man is pained by your pure wrath. Let me embrace you. My love's bad. I pity him.
I'm filled with no such feeling.
The love you give to me has got me reeling. Just to show sure the joy of love's creation will not delay the wedding's consummation. A week's too long. We'll wed tomorrow morn.
Tomorrow?
Such shyness you adorn. Thou disguises eagerness for fun. I know you wish the deed already done.
But
I fear the night will seem so long.